Clint Capela has been traded. Finally. As I said yesterday, the Rockets needed to do something this trade deadline. And not just something, some things. Now, I know that doesn't make any sense, but you'll get what I'm saying if they do something. So yesterday, if you don't watch my video, it was on basically me saying what the Rockets needed for the trade deadline to make their team better and to better the chances of them making it to the finals. Reports come in early this morning that there has been a trade and that the Rockets have traded center Clint Capela to the Atlanta Hawks in a massive 4-team deal. Now, when I woke up this morning, I checked, and I was surprised that it was a 4-team deal. 4 teams got something out of this trade. But who won this trade? Who lost this trade? Who were the winners and the losers of this Clint Capela trade? Well, first of all, let's just start out by saying that the Hawks are one of the winners of this trade. Their rebounding is going to be better now, although the amount of centers they have on their team have now gone from 2 to 4. So that's taking up a lot of space on your roster, so you might want to release one of your centers. But this will improve their rebounding, and apparently it improves their center position. So they are one of the winners of this trade. Now, I have never, ever been a fan of Clint Capela, ever. But I always say he can rebound the ball. And I think he's going to continue to do that for whatever team he can play for. But that's all I'm giving him, because I've never liked Clint Capela. He makes dumb plays, he's just not smart with the ball, and he's weak. Hands down. He's one of the weakest centers I think the Rockets have ever had. So, in return for this massive 14 deal, which involved the Houston Rockets, the Atlanta Hawks, the Denver Nuggets, and the Minnesota Timberwolves, the Rockets get small forward Robert Covington, who began his career basically with the Rockets. But at the start of his second year, the Rockets released him and allowed him to sign with the 76ers, who would then trade him to Minnesota. And Minnesota has now just traded him back to Houston. Now, Robert Covington has evolved into a great defensive player, a decent three-point shooter, and a great passer. Now, of course, he probably didn't do as much when he was first on the Rockets, but I can see him doing stuff now. I can see him doing a lot more things than he did when he was on the Sixers or when he was on the T-Wolves. I can see him doing better than that. He's not a huge scorer, but I think his defense is really going to help this team, and that's what we need. So, what did the Rockets do? What were the Rockets thinking with this trade? Well, we're going to take a risk, and we're going to go with D'Antoni's small ball strategy, which has been working lately. I don't know if it's going to keep working if the Rockets continue to play small ball, but it's been working. So we said, you know what? It hasn't been working out with us in Capela, so bye. And we traded him. Now, of course, this will make the Hawks better. I don't actually know. Maybe Capela will be worse than he already was. But when you got Trae Young and John Collins on that team, it's a very young team. And they're going to be a lot better next season. especially if they continue to do things this trade deadline. So, anyways, Clint Capela was not the only center involved in this trade, because I'm sure you guys are wondering why the Hawks centers doubled from 2 to 4. It is because the Hawks also received center Nene, who was also kind of worthless with the Rockets. Hasn't played a game this season, and because he's been hurt all season, and he's getting a bit old, so the Rockets parted ways with him, which was expected. And also, the Rockets have traded Gerald Green to the Denver Nuggets. Like I said, this is a 4-way deal, so you got a lot of people going a lot of places. So Minnesota received Evan Turner. I believe they received a draft pick. They received Malik Beasley. I believe his name is Juan Hernangomez. I can't remember his name, but the other Hernangomez from the Nuggets, and they got one other player. I did forget his name. I forget his name. But anyways, the Nuggets, in return, get Noah Vonleh. They get Bates-Diop and another player that I forgot his name too. So that is who the Nuggets and the T-Wolves swapped with. And kind of the Hawks, because Evan Turner was a Hawk. But in addition to the Rockets getting Robert Covington, they also get power forward / center Josh Bell, who used to be a rival of the Rockets when he was on Golden State. But he was over on Minnesota and said, you know what? We need a center still. Even though we're going to play some small ball, we still need a center. And with the Rockets in talks to look to seek a buyout pretty soon with Tristan Thompson or Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, it is likely that they are going to go all out to get one of those guys. I do prefer that they try to get Tristan Thompson because I think he's better. He's their best option right now. But that would probably mean that the Rockets would have to release someone like Tyson Chandler or Isaiah Hartenstein or maybe even Josh Bell. But I don't think they will do that. I don't think they'll release Josh Bell just yet. But the Rockets still have today and tomorrow to make some trades. I think they can make some big transactions. I hope they do, because if they make good decisions here, if Daryl Morey continues to make good decisions like this trade, our chances of getting to the finals will be improved. So, in conclusion, the winners of this trade: the Atlanta Hawks, the Houston Rockets. The losers of this trade: not so much the Nuggets, but more the T-Wolves, because they lost a backup center, they lost a great defensive player, so they actually are considered losers of this trade. But they do receive Malik Beasley and Hernangomez, so that might work out for them. But I'd say, with me, the two losers of the trade would have to be the Nuggets and the T-Wolves. Winners of the trade are the Rockets and the Hawks. Because let's just think about this for a second. The Rockets are going to be a very improved defensive team since they have Covington now. It came as a shock to me because I knew that the Rockets loved Clint Capela. I really never did. But that is how it goes. I am happy we went through with this. I'm hoping that we can keep this up. So, once again, Rockets trade Clint Capela, get Robert Covington and Josh Bell. I'm going to give this trade, I'm going to give it a B+. B+. Because you're gaining and you're losing. I think I would give this trade an A if we had gotten a superstar in return, like Karl Anthony Towns or John Collins. But sadly, we did not. So, that is going to wrap it up for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did like this video, subscribe down below. Comment also down below what y'all think of this Clint Capela trade. Do you think this hurts the Rockets? Do you think it helps them? Also, in the future, do you think the Rockets today or tomorrow will make more trades? And one more thing, comment what you think of the rest of the trade. Will the Hawks be better? Will the T-Wolves be worse? Will the Nuggets be worse? So, comment down below your thoughts. Alright, once again, like, subscribe, comment. I'll see you later. Rockets fans, NBA fans, go Rockets!